ready when you are.
Hey guys, I may have go away heat, but these guys have true heel heat. So you better listen to the podcast or else I'm gonna kick you in your fucking cock and balls.
I'll get it.
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
What's going on, everybody? This is your former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Once a champion, always a champion. Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. You're watching True Heel Heat podcast.
Hello everyone, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley wishing a nice day to everyone there, right there at True Heel Heat. Yeah!
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3, and we are live on the True Heel Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel, as well as True Heel Heat Facebook, for another edition of True Heel Heat Check, discussing the latest in NBA basketball, and this is our first one for the 2025-2026 season, which is already underway. Started about 2-3 weeks ago at this point. We're going on, I think in about 10 days or at least 2 weeks. We'll be a month into the season. All the teams have at least played 10 games, so I think it was a good time for us. It was probably the latest that we could do this preview for the NBA season and discuss a lot of the early season storylines, everything that's going on, including the Thunder possibly repeating and looking good, only with one loss through their first 10 games. You got Luka Doncic looking good, skinny Luka, MVP candidate, and of course, the other side of that trade from this past February, Nico Harrison is officially fired. We will be talking about that on today's podcast, and I will be joined by my co-host Chris G in a bit here. If you haven't already, thank you. We appreciate y'all for joining us. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on the video. Helps out the YouTube algorithm and helps other basketball fans like yourself see True Heel Heat Check. You can also hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for True Heel Heat Sports and Entertainment. We'll be having a little bit more basketball content, whether it is True Heel Heat Check or some shorts here on the channel for the 2025-2026 season. So we appreciate you. If you are new and you want to hit the subscribe button and join us here as we're on the march to 1,000 subscribers, we would appreciate that so much. You can share this video with other NBA fans like yourself. You're a fan of the Thunder, you're a fan of the Knicks, you're a fan of the Lakers, you're a fan of the Celtics, fan of 76ers. Doesn't matter what team you support. You don't have to support a team. If you just support NBA basketball, if you don't know too much about basketball, maybe we can help you out and you can learn a bit, and maybe we'll help you out with some bets as well. Hit the subscribe button, share the video, help us out, and spread the word about True Hill Heat Check. And of course, if you're with us live, you can sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you guys, hear your thoughts on what's going on in the NBA season and your predictions for who you think is going to be the NBA champions this season. Who you think is going to be the MVP? Who do you think is going to be Rookie of the Year? All of the awards, all of the big prizes at the end of our NBA season. You let us know in the live chat. You let us know in the comment section if you're watching us on demand what you think. What's your predictions for this season in the NBA? Zach Minger is here to tell us that it is National French Dip Day and National Chicken Soup for the Soul Day. I don't know about y'all, but chicken soup for the soul sounds really good right about now. All I had was cereal this morning, so that actually made me a bit hungry. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm sorry to tell you that, Zach, but you kind of made me hungry with that. But I appreciate you for joining us in the chat and spreading some love, letting us know what day it is. If you don't know, Zach joins us over on True Hill Heat Wrestling YouTube channel usually, and he lets us know what day of the week, because every day is a day, if you weren't aware, because Zach does make you aware of it. But yes, we got Chris G who's going to be joining us. Chris G is, of course, our resident Knicks fan, along with a couple of others on the True Hill Heat staff. Josh, I know, True Hill Josh is a Knicks fan. I know Romeo is a avid Knicks fan. He's the most annoying of the Knicks fans, but we love him nonetheless. A couple of more on the team are a part of the Knicks Nation. And of course, if you don't know, if you are new to the channel, if this is your first time watching, I am the captain. I am the preacher for the Laker Nation. I am your main Laker fan here on the channel, as I'm trying to share the video at the same time. I told everybody that we were going to start at 1, and look at me. I'm the only one here because I'm punctual, even though we started like 5-10 minutes past the time we were supposed to start. But anyway, True Hill Heat Check. We're going to be doing a couple of things on this podcast this week. We're going to be giving you our preview, our predictions for the NBA season. I gave my predictions over on In the Weeds with Jeremy Lambert on Fightful Overbooked at the beginning of the season, on the day that the season started at the end of October. But 10 games into the season, maybe some things have to be adjusted. Some of my predictions may have been adjusted, and some people may be shuffling in and out. You don't know, you never know, but just putting that out there just in case. But we also are going to be doing something a little bit different this time. We're going to be introducing a tier list. Yes, you know us. If you know us here on the channel, if you know me and Chrissy Love, especially me and Chrissy Love, we're known for our tier list here on the channel. We have made several different tier lists for several different TV shows. Most recently, so we did a whole tier list for the characters from the entirety of season 1 and season 2 of Peacemaker. So check that out. That's up on the channel. That was a part of our episodes 6 through 8 and the finale review that we did here on the channel. So you could check that out. We also posted it on social media. We've done ones for Power. We've done ones for Yellow Jackets. We've done ones for All American. Now we are going to do a tier list for where these NBA teams are going to be. This is a combination of what we knew before the season started, as well as what we've learned in these first 10 games of the season. And then we're going to put them in a proper tier list and where they rank. Are they a championship contender? Are they a favorite to win? Are they a play-in team? A couple of these teams might be. Are they going to be out of the playoffs? Are they fun to watch but not very good? Are they not so fun to watch and very bad? We don't know. We're going to determine where all these teams are supposed to be for this NBA season, the 2025-2026 season. And I want to know from you guys where you think these individuals should be ranking. But we're going to discuss all of that. We're also going to give you our predictions for all the awards, whether it be MVP, whether it be Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player, whether it be Defensive Player of the Year. Hey, maybe because Chris G is a Knicks fan, maybe we'll do Clutch Player of the Year. Who knows? Maybe we'll do Clutch Player of the Year. No guarantees on that because I don't really think that Clutch Player of the Year is an actual award. It's just something so they can give someone else an award, really. But speaking of the devil, I said his name and he appeared. He is Joe Hendry. No, he is actually Chris G. It's finally arrived. How are you, Chris G?
My bad. I got caught up in a business call, but I came right on time because you're talking about Clutch Player of the Year, which means you can only be talking about one person, and you just discredited his accolade already. And we just got. I've been here 5 seconds, and we're already discrediting Jalen Jesus Christ Brunson. It's all good.
What? What that is no nickname? Since when?
That is what New York City has dubbed him since last playoffs. He is Jalen Jesus Christ Brunson. And don't you forget it. This is the New York Messiah.
This is why New York should not have things. They shouldn't have certain things like a great player that Jalen Brunson is. He is a great player. So what do you think about the Knicks so far to start the season? And what do you think about what they're going to do for this new season?
I think this is the first time ever that since we started doing this that I can confidently say this, and it won't be a stretch. I think what I've seen so far in the last 10 games, Mike Brown's starting to get his rotations down. We can put up a lot of points. We have depth on the team. We have guys on the team that can not only score, but they're going to play hard. They're going to play defense. They're going to be gritty. This is the most, through 10 games, this is the most complete Knicks team I've seen in a long time. I don't think it's a stretch that we can go and make it to the first seed of the Eastern Conference Finals. In the Eastern Conference, make it all the way to the first seed. And there's even a strong possibility we can make it to the finals. That's their ceiling. I mean, can they beat a team out of the West? That remains to be seen. But I think the ceiling is definitely NBA Finals.
Yes. So I have up here shared with us, as you say, your ceiling is NBA Finals. We'll go to the Knicks first, and we'll put it up. But I told the people that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna put all of these. We're gonna put them in 5 tiers. We just have to come up with the names for them. So I think up top S tier should be like championship contenders. What do you think?
Yeah, we can do championship contenders.
Championship. Wait. Okay, there we go. Contenders. Let's put one piece away.
One piece away. You know what?
Or one move away.
I have to look at the Western Conference.
Or one move away.
I want to get away from the East. I would say the San Antonio Spurs. I think the San Antonio Spurs.
But no, we're just coming up with the tiers.
Oh,
here.
we're coming
just
up with
putting
the
the
right,
tiers.
right, right, right. Bet.
Yeah.
Don't put the
The
X on
A
left.
tier is going to be one move away. So that's a team that's basically we know are going to be in the playoffs, but they're probably like one move away. They got to do a move, whether it's signing somebody, getting rid of somebody, or making a trade. They're one move away.
Got it.
Then we got we'll go good,
But not great.
or we'll just put yeah, I was gonna say good, not great, but we'll just put playoffs.
Okay.
They're just a playoff team. They're definitely gonna make the playoffs. Then we'll do play in, and then we'll go
The shitter.
bottom barrel.
That works too.
Yeah.
I prefer to
The
say they're in the shitter, but it's
No, we'll go shitter. I'm good with
yeah.
that.
Put them in the shitter.
They're in the shitter. Put them in the shitter. So yeah, let me X this out here. All right, so you say the Knicks. Where do you think the Knicks are at on our tier list?
I'll put them in the contenders.
All right, they were looking kind of shaky, but the last couple of games, their offense looks really good. I honestly feel like the Knicks are like one move away. I feel like they have improved greatly on offense. I think that the team has adapted very well to Mike Brown. Like you said, the rotations are down. It's just defensively, I don't trust the Knicks at all. So I feel like they are one move away. They need like that defensive piece that will make the team complete to make them a contender. But I do agree that there is an argument for them to be in contender. So I will because you are a Knicks fan and because we will probably you probably have never done this or never said this and actually meant it. I'll put them in contenders.
You're correct. This is actually
probably
the first time I was that serious about it.
They'll probably wind up. I'm just warning you. They'll probably wind up at the end of contenders by the time we're for the East.
I guess we'll find out, pal.
So we got the Atlanta Hawks, who, they made a lot of big moves in the offseason with Kristaps Porzingis being the most notable of their moves, but they shored up a lot of their offense and defensive needs in the offseason. It just hasn't really kind of translated that much into the regular season so far. They've been dealing with some injuries and stuff. So what have you thought about the Hawks and where do you think they should be on our tier list?
I mean, the team revolves around Trae Young, right? The fact that Trae's hurt right now.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like the state in the heart. They did a good job in the offseason building around him though. And like getting guys that'll acclimate to his like way of playmaking and opening the space for him. So he looked good, first few games that he played, but when he went down, man, that's just any type of real playoff hope for the Atlanta Hawks. I think they might still be a play-in fringe team when he gets back, but I think that's as far as they go.
Yeah, I mean, we can only go by their history and then the fact that Trae is dealing with injuries. Right now, they would be ninth in the West. They're 6-5. So yeah, I think it makes sense for us to just put the Hawks back where they always are in the play-in.
Where they belong, damn it.
Pretty much. Then we got the Boston Celtics, who had probably the most interesting offseason of anyone, where they had their fire sale following the injury to Jason Tatum in the playoffs against the New York Knicks. They basically traded away Porzingis and Drew Holiday. A lot of the pieces around Jason Tatum outside of Jaylen Brown and Derek White are gone. It's a completely different team. Cornette is even gone. He's gone over to San Antonio. So like it's a completely different team. But I like even watching like last night's game against the Philadelphia 76ers, they still been playing very well for the talent that they have on the court. I've been quite surprised. I would make the argument they're a play-in team.
I think you're right. I mean, I don't see them being I don't see him be below a playing team. They're one of those teams that can't put it together for 4 quarters because they play in spurts. I believe at one point in the first half yesterday they were down like 25, and then they just heated up like that mid third quarter, and they got hot and got close. They're the Celtics, so I'm not going to praise them too much, but I think they have the potential to at least be a play-in team. I think their team is better than how they're playing right now. It's just taking a little time for them to gel. They're desperately missing Jason Tatum, though. They don't have a closer. They don't have a true guy in Jaylen Brown. He's Robin, and he's solidifying that this season. So, I don't know. Playing, that's the ceiling for them.
Romeo saying I'd put the Knicks one Giannis. Y'all need like a Giannis type of player. Y'all need a defensive anchor. And then I would say y'all are the contender. Y'all would be the top of the one move away instead of the bottom of contenders.
That's a good argument. He plays bully ball. I think we need one guy that plays bully ball. We don't have that guy. Just go in there and dominate on the inside. Even though Townsend's good, but he's been very aggressive the last couple games in the paint. But a guy like Giannis would be game changing for sure.
Yeah. I just remember that we probably should have put Shitter called Shitter tanking for what's his name? Abase. The Abase.
I forget how to spell. I always forget how to say that shit. Daviyanse, something like that.
Yeah, Daviyanse. Because they keep posting the freaking video of him. My nephew put me onto it. How the Wizards and the Nets and the Hornets keep posting them on the social media the video of him. But we got two of those teams here. The Brooklyn Nets and the Charlotte Hornets, where they are basically at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. Hornets are 3-7, so they've been a little bit better, but the Nets are one of the worst teams in the NBA. If it wasn't for the Wizards and wasn't for a Tyrese Halliburton Achilles injury, they would be by far the worst team in all of the NBA. Like they're not worth a lick. Michael Porter Jr. is out here. He's getting some stats for himself. At least he's doing that, but that he's the only player really worth a damn on that team. And as far as the Charlotte Hornets, I think everybody has sold their socks on LaMelo Ball at this point.
Yeah, it's a curious one when it comes to the Hornets because they have guys on the team that could actually bowl. And it's just like they can't put it together. Brandon Miller's good. Miles Bridges, since he's been back from his suspension, has been Miles Bridges, who's always been a solid player. And LaMelo's LaMelo, but there's just something not clicking with this team. I don't know if it's coaching or a lack of depth, but it's just like they might just have to completely rebuild after this year and just maybe build around Brandon Miller, get some pieces around him, let Miles walk, and see what you can get for LaMelo. I'm sure there's a team out there that's willing to take a chance on him. The kid's talented, just got to stay healthy. When it comes to the Brooklyn Nets, I take no more pleasure in life than watching the Brooklyn Nets be one of the worst, pitiful teams I've ever seen in my life. Besides Michael Porter Jr., who has hit in every parlay that I put him in. So MPJ, keep doing what you're doing, my brother. But the rest of the Nets, just love. I'm just liking watching them burn. That's it.
Remember Chris G when we first did a basketball podcast and how our co-hosts were so high on the Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Clippers, and look where we are now.
Yeah, one team is in the shitter and the other one's getting indicted for a shell company
and in a retirement home at the same time.
Yes. Oh man. What's your average age of the team is like 65. That's fucking wild.
It's the oldest average age of all time, and we'll get to them in a bit here. But yeah, Nets and Hornets, easy in the shitter for the both of them. Surprising team, probably one of the more surprising teams to start off the regular season so far has been the Chicago Bulls, where they looked like they were going to be another play-in team because they always wind up in the play-in. No matter how the roster looks, no matter how many people they trade away, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, they have stuck in the play-in. And to start the season, they were looking really good. Like Josh Giddey was looking like a most improved player candidate. They've lost a couple of the last games. I think they dropped like 3 in a row, or two or three in a row, 3 or 4. So yeah, they have struggled there over the last couple of games, but I still saw a lot of good things in these first couple of the first 10 games of the season, where I would make the argument Chicago Bulls might be either top of play-in or even a fringe playoff team.
Yeah, I think they
What do
would
you think?
fit. I think they would fit both of those categories, just like you said. The thing with the Bulls is that they're very young, so you're not going to get that consistency. But I mean, they can. Besides Vucevic, they're a pretty young team, and they can score. They can put up buckets if Josh Giddey's hot, if Kobe White's hot. They can put up buckets. Just looking at the other teams in the Eastern Conference, I don't know if they have the experience to overtake and become a playoff team. So I think right where you put them, that like fringe playoff or top of the play-in, so it's like the perfect spot for them.
Yeah. Louisville, thanks for joining us, good brother. He says, don't believe it. He says their best D it was people missing threes. He says they are not good. He is down on these guys. And Romeo telling us it's Tankathon actually was Dabasa going third, Darren Peterson from Kansas, and Cam Boozer from Duke ahead of him. So
yeah, I was actually going to
Cam
say
Boozer,
AJ's good.
Boozer's son.
Yeah, I was gonna say AJ's good, but Cam Boozer looked like a mini beast in college, so you got to watch out for him.
Yeah. Romeo also adding they need Kobe White playing. Giddey needs to keep looking for his shot. Yeah, he tends to rely on his passing because he is a great facilitator. But yeah, he does need to shoot more because he was balling the first 6-7 games of the season. He was looking like he was gonna go run away with most improved player.
I mean, I think he still got the best shot so far going through these 10, 11 first games.
Yeah, he's still up there. Yeah. So what are we doing? We doing top of play-in for the Chicago Bulls?
Yes, I think top of play-in is the best position for them.
All right, then we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have looked pretty good. They look pretty decent. I think them and the Knicks are kind of considered the odds-on favorites to kind of win in the Eastern Conference or at least be at the top of the Eastern Conference. I don't know, make it to all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they were considered the favorites. They were the top of the Eastern Conference last season. They lost to eventual Eastern Conference champions, the Indiana Pacers, but they brought back pretty much the same lineup. You got Donovan Mitchell, who's been looking good in the early portion of this season. Evan Mobley looked like he's going to be in the mix once again for Defensive Player of the Year, try to get it back-to-back years. They've looked pretty good. They're 7-4 right now. They've won 7 of their last 10. They lost their first game of the season. But what do you think about the Cleveland Cavaliers? I think that if you put the Knicks in the contenders, then we got to put the Cavs in the contenders. But I think both are one move away.
I feel like Cleveland, I think they're definitely contenders. I'm going to put them as contenders. But this is their core. I mean, like, I feel like this is just their shot. Like this year, after this, you kind of got to dismantle the core and then start from scratch and maybe like get a few other pieces that could fill some holes and then build from there. Because they've put together a really complete team. It's hard to argue that they're not contenders, but there's something about the Cavs I don't trust. And there's also something about the way another player in the league is playing right now, which might make them contenders, but which would eliminate the Cleveland. But I don't know. I'm going to keep Cleveland at contenders until they prove me wrong again.
That's fair. John, we got Stat King in the chat who says, "Who wins a team of best American NBA players or the best from the rest of the world?" The rest of the world is going to kick the USA's ass.
Yeah.
The reason why the USA wins in Olympic play is because the rest of the world is split up by their country. But if you pick the best players from the rest of the world from the Olympics, that rest of the world is going to whoop the USA's ass. That's how this All-Star weekend is going to go. This is going to be a big eye opener where I think this new format. I saw somebody on when I was on In the Weeds earlier today. They said, "Oh, this is like one of the worst ideas that they've had." I think this is one of the best ones because this first year, you got at least 2 years with this concept. Because this first year, the world is going to whoop the USA's ass so much, the USA is going to get motivated like they were in 2004 when they lost in the Olympics. They're going to get motivated and they're going to show up for next year's All-Star game.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against a team with like one of the future MVPs of the league, one of the reigning MVPs of the league, and like two of the former of the last 6 years like MVP. Like between Giannis, Jokic, SGA, and Wemby and Luka.
The top 5 players in the league so far this year are all from the rest of the world.
Yeah,
It's Luka,
100%.
it's Shea, it's Jokic, it's Giannis, it's Wemby.
100%. 100%. That starting 5 right there. I mean, they're wiping everybody up. So it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. I hope it brings that competitive spirit this year. I would like to see it sooner rather than later, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, Louis says world by 50. Like, yo, this is it's not even fair. Yeah, Romeo says good luck, LOL. Stan King says the question came up in a chat because of All-Star setup this year, so I figured I'd ask you guys. Yeah. What was it? I don't know how we came off, but yeah, we wasn't trying to come at you for the question. No, it's a good question, but nah, the reality is the world is so much. If you put the whole world, the best players from the rest of the world together against the best from the US, the world wins.
Yeah, 100%. The world might smack the USA so much that the USA might call Michael Jordan and ask him to just come out of retirement. See if you can help us out, Mom.
They find like technology that makes a fountain of youth, and they just start throwing WWE, just start throwing freaking NBA Hall of Famers into it, so they can go back to their youth. Jordan can go back to the 90s. They'll throw Charles Big Ass in there. He can go back to the round mound of rebound. Shaq in there. Man, they'll call up an exorcism and get Kobe to come out the grave.
Oh my God. I'm with it. I'm down. I'm all for it.
He's like, I'm with it. Oh my God!
For real.
Tom Brady cloned his dog. So you never know. You never know, guys. You never know. All right, talking about another team in the shitter, the Dallas Mavericks, which of course. We'll talk more in depth about the Nico Harrison of it all, but the team itself has not looked good this regular season. They are at the bottom of the Western Conference, just above the lowly New Orleans Pelicans at 3-8. They have no point guard play at all. They're forcing freaking Cooper Flag to be out there as a point guard and have the ball in his hand, which is against his game. He's looked good so far. This have a team that was designed around Luka Doncic, and you traded away Luka Doncic, and we're seeing the ramifications of that. They're in the shitter.
They are in the shitter. Indeed. Klay Thompson got together with Megan Thee Stallion, and all his horsepower left his body.
Oh man, he is washed. He is washed.
He's just watching like
we are. He is not on watch. He is washed.
Yeah, he's ready to go home and like drink pina coladas all day and just enjoy the retired life with his hot ass wife. So that's what he's going to be doing in the future. Anthony Davis also looks on the way to being washed. if he's even playing,
I
because
mean,
he
he's
was
just
hurt.
injury. He's just injured all the time.
I mean, what do you at this point? What else? What other category do you put him in? As he's T-Mac at this point. He's just going to keep getting hurt season after season. You're never going to get him in his prime. It is what it is. Cooper will learn. He'll get better. But he's not a point guard. I don't know what the fuck they thought they were doing having Cooper Flag as a point guard.
That is true. That is certainly true. Then we got the Denver Nuggets, who arguably had the best offseason of any team in the NBA. They shored up. They got Jokic some help getting Jonas Valanciunas. They got Christian Brown, who's 1 year better. They traded away Michael Porter Jr. and got Cam Johnson in return, which was like an upgrade. It seems like for them. They so far have started off the year 8-2. They are tied for second in the Western Conference right now. Jokic looks incredible. He's averaging a triple double on I think it's like 24 points per game. 63% from the field. I think he's like above 40% from three. He just has ridiculous numbers, looking like another MVP campaign. They are contenders.
Yeah, 100%. It's just a really well built team. I think actually trading Michael Porter Jr. For a guy like Cam Johnson benefits the team, because you get a guy who can still put the ball in the hoop, but like when he needs to, he's going to do all the other little things and play defense first, which opens up the floor for Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray to get a couple more shots up and let Jokic get a little bit more space so he can play make and he can score. So it's just, and then they added a few more pieces. I think they got Bruce B back, so they got another shooter back. That's it. They look like back to being the contender Nuggets. Last year looked a little shaky. I think this year they're back up.
Yeah, that's probably the best roster that they've had around Jokic. Even better, I would say, even probably better than the 2023 championship team. Then you got the Golden State Warriors, of course, led by Steph Curry. You got Jimmy Butler, now a full year with the Golden State Warriors. He gets to start the season with them instead of coming over in the middle of the season like he did last season. You got Draymond Green. They haven't been playing the best basketball. They've been dealing with a lot of injuries and some missed games from Steph Curry. They're coming off a loss to the Golden State Warriors yesterday. But Kuminga has looked better, in my opinion, this season. He's had a couple of games where he's looked like he could be a valuable kind of a crucial scorer for them when they need it at crucial times coming off the bench. But then he's also had some games where he's just shot awful, like 2 games ago against the Indiana Pacers, where he was like 1 for 9. So he's been inconsistent there. This is really kind of a crucial year for him. Steph Curry's been Steph Curry as per usual. Jimmy Butler has looked fine with them. Draymond Green, he's been okay, but he's just a non-option when it comes to basically offense. But I would say either playoffs. Yeah, they're like playoffs to me. What do you think?
I think they're the top of the play-in. I think when you look at the top 5-6 teams in the Western Conference, I don't think they have it. I think there's just something off with the chemistry and the whole Jonathan Kuminga situation. The rotation, Steve Kerr's rotation's always been kind of questionable in the last couple of years. So it's just like there's something not clicking completely with this team. And I don't see them getting over the hump to become an actual playoff contender.
That's fair. Because I was only trying to convince myself that they were playoffs. So you made a stronger argument for playing. Then we got another team that was considered one of the winners of the offseason, the Houston Rockets. Of course, getting the big move, getting Kevin Durant. But, man, they've gotten size. They've gotten defense. Dorian Finney-Smith on the team. They got a whole bunch of center play. What's his name? What's the center's name? I always forget his name when I want to. Let me look. Sengun, he's been looking incredible. Like the first game, he looked like Dirk Nowitzki at times when he was with the fadeaways, and he's able to get in the mid range very well. Sengun's looked great. I still would say they're one move away, though. What do you think about the
I would say they're one move away
Rockets?
because I'll say one move away because KD's not there long term. KD's only going to be there, what, 2 or 3 years? The obvious move is you have to build around Sengun because he's like a baby Jokic. And maybe he could shoot a little better and move a little better. So I mean, Sengun is vastly improving every year. It's only a matter of time before he's a top definitely top 10 for top 5 player. It's just if they don't win in the next 2-3 years, this window that they have Kevin Durant, then you gotta add another piece still. So I think even with KD, they still might be one move away. But they might be more moves away in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, they're like one minor move away. Like they just need a role player if they still have KD. But we got a special guest joining us today. He is one of my favorite people to talk NBA and basketball with. You see me and him talking about the NBA every Tuesday and Thursday on In the Weeds, and even earlier today on In the Weeds. He is the leader of the Thunder Up Nation, Jeremy Lambert. How are you feeling?
I'm well. Appreciate you having me, SP3. Chris, hello. I'm here to talk some hoops, at least for a little bit. I gotta go pick up my kids shortly. But if you're talking hoops, SP3, I feel like I gotta be around to indulge a little bit.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you, joining us today. As you see, we're breaking down the NBA team so far, putting them in a tier list here. We have our S tier, which is contenders, our A tier, which is one move away, our B tier, which is playoffs, our C tier, which is play in, and our bottom tier, which is the shitter. And you see the teams that have been here. Do you have any disagreements? Do you think that
I know my internet's choppy right now. I apologize. I'm trying to
No, mine is too, because I'm sharing
okay.
this screen. Yeah, it's me.
Okay. All right, we'll blame you then. That's fine. Usually it is on my end, so.
I mean, thank God somebody clarified it up because I thought I was high and living in another dimension right now.
Oh no! It's definitely me because I'm sharing the screen.
I even switched to the Ethernet cable. I'm like, damn, my first screen back. I'm making us look bad.
Now we'll blame SP3. That's fine. I think
I'll take the ball.
I think the Bulls are closer to playoffs than play in. I think especially once Kobe White comes back, they got off to a nice start. I know they've lost the last few, but the East isn't great, so I would maybe move them up. I think this is the year they finally get out of the play-in brackets and just make the playoffs straight up. Otherwise, yeah, I like where it's. I think the Rockets are closer to contenders than one move away, especially maybe not right now, but by the middle of the season and All-Star break, once they got more time together, they will be a better team. Like, could they use a point guard still? Yes, but I think these early season reps are going to pay dividends for them later in the season.
I actually forgot Fred VanVleet was out. So
yeah, they kind of need a true point guard still.
Yeah.
I don't know what trade they're making to get that point guard, but I still like their team overall. Like, their defense is really good, and they got just enough offense to get by.
But that's what I said. I think think they're one move away. They need that point guard. If they get a point guard to shore up, then I would say they're a contender. I honestly, to tell you, Jeremy, I didn't even want to put the Cavs and the Knicks in contenders. I thought they're one move away.
I think the Knicks
a contender has to be firm that I think they can win. They can win a championship this season. To me, only Denver out of the teams we have there is a contender.
You got to be fair to the conference they're in, though. Like, somebody has to make the finals from the Eastern Conference, right? Like, they have to. They can't just put Oklahoma City in the East and be like, this is the Eastern Conference representative. So because of that, like, I understand why the Knicks are contenders. They've looked really good this year, and the Cavs have looked strong as well. But I understand where you're coming from of one move away. Like if you're looking at just championship, but if you're looking at, hey, can this team make a final? Yeah, both of those teams are at the top of the East, and they could easily make the finals in the East.
That's fair. That's fair. Since you agreed with me, we got to move the Chicago Bulls up to playoffs. Sorry, Chris, you lose 2-1.
I said that they were fringe. I'm not completely disagreeing with it. I just, I think I need to see a little bit more consistency on their side. But I didn't realize Kobe was out. So maybe when Kobe comes back, he's going to help a lot.
Yeah. Then we got the Indiana Pacers, which easy shitter. Poor guys.
Yeah.
Poor guys.
I feel bad for them, man.
No, that makes one of us.
He's a Knicks fan. Of course he don't feel bad.
All right, fair. That's honestly fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can respect that, honestly. Now, I feel bad for them. Like, I don't know if they're not going to be healthy all year because Halliburton's out all year, but I don't even know if they've had like a healthy game outside of their opening game against the Thunder. And then like everyone's gotten hurt every game after that. Like Toppin's out, Naismith's out, Maturin's out. Siakam's missed games. Like McConnell hasn't played. McConnell hasn't played yet.
Yeah.
Like they're a scrap heap of a team, and I feel bad for them.
I think Nembhard just came back either yesterday or the game before too, and he's been their like most consistent scorer, saying a lot.
Yeah, Romeo.
This damn liar.
Yeah,
this damn liar.
I know Romeo's allegiances. I know he ain't telling the truth there.
Romeo got the tiny violin at home, James.
All right, then we got the Detroit Pistons. This is one I want to hear from you guys. I think they can either be in one move away or contenders with the way they started the season. Cade Cunningham looks like a kind of a second tier MVP candidate, but I feel like he's doing way too much. So that's why I think they would belong in like one move away. They need like a scorer to go alongside him, where I would feel confident that they would make to the NBA Finals or win a championship this season. But man, this team is just so well rounded. They look like they are kind of going to be in the East mix for the next couple of years. What do you think, Jeremy?
It depends on how you feel about Jaden Ivey, right? Because he hasn't played this season. And if you think he is their one move away, then you'd have to put them at contenders. If you don't love Jaden Ivey, then they might be one move away. Jaden Ivey's been in and out of the lineup so much with them that it's tough to know where he fits right now. But I think you mentioned they need another scorer. Like, he's legitimately that guy. He's the guy who can come in there and give them buckets when Cade has to sit. I really like this team. They play great defense. Cade has ascended to a star. Asor Thompson is fantastic. Tobias Harris a little inconsistent, but Jalen Duren's a easy double-double. Duncan Robinson can always shoot the ball. So I like this team. I'm not super high on Jaden Ivey, honestly, like especially now where he fits with this current team. I'm closer to putting them one move away of maybe packaging Ivey and Harris for like another superstar. Who that is, I'm not sure. But I'm also not mad if you go contender if you are a Jaden Ivey believer.
What are you? Are you a Jaden Ivey believer, Chris?
I am not. And it is for multiple reasons. I want to say inconsistency on the court, but he's also hasn't been on the court a lot. I feel like he gets hurt a lot. So it's kind of like the jury's still out on him. So because there's still a lot of unknown around his like situation and how he fits in with this team, like Jeremy said, I got to put him in one move away. Now I understand last year. Last year they were scary. No, they scared the shit out of me in the playoffs. They scare me this year. I regret Jalen Duren getting traded on draft day because he was a New York Knick, but he got traded on some bullshit because I was hoping they picked him, but whatever. That's beyond the point. I'm very scared of the Detroit Pistons, but I think when you lose a guy like Malik Beasley, who brings that grit and kind of like that togetherness, like on the back end where like we got to be tough, we got to be gangster to like get to that next level. You replace him with Duncan Robinson, who's a good shooter, but it doesn't necessarily bring that grit. I think they need a gritty player to like really like still. I think every team needs that one gritty player, right? That's going to come in and fuck it up and cause chaos. And I feel like they don't really have that yet. So on top of the Jaden Ivey question mark. I think they still one move away. They still need that one guy to kind of just come in and cause chaos.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Louisville. They kind of feel like 2 moves away. So Jaden Ivey can be 1, and then they got to make an additional trade to me before I would be like, yeah, I think they're going to make the finals this year. I think next year I'm going to probably predict them to make the finals, but no, not this year.
I don't know if they can make the finals, but two seems a little harsh. Here's my argument for the Pistons, and this was my argument for the Nuggets a couple years ago, for the Celtics, and even the Thunder. They have consistency of their roster. Thompson, Cade, Doran, Harris. Ivy's been in and out of the lineup, but like 5 guys right there who have been together, been through the battles over the last 2-3 seasons now. And, they're at the bottom of the league, literally the longest losing streak in NBA history a couple years ago, jumped up to a playoff team last year, gave the Knicks a scare in the first round, and now we're seeing that more. You know how much I love like teams that keep everything together and keep things consistent, SP3, because those are the teams that after 2 or 3 years, after they take their lumps and everything, they start to flourish. And that's where I look at with the Pistons, and that's why I wouldn't do like too much maintenance on this team, because I don't want to retool the entire team when this is a team that has gone through the hardships together.
Yeah, the Pistons have very much thunder coated to it. Thunder of the East, but their defense, they are scary on defensively for sure, and especially to start this season. And then we got the Los Angeles Clippers, who is a retirement home. They got lawsuits. I tried to tell Jeremy at the beginning of the season this was going to happen. I tried to tell him, y'all. Shitter for me, but what about y'all?
I mean, I kind of don't want to lose faith in the experience that they have. And put them as like a fringe playing team, but they're the Clippers, man. They should just be in the shitter.
Yeah, I gotta take the L on this one. I believed in the Clippers to start the year. I was like, you know what, this roster's good. They're healthy and everything. And then Chris Paul has become completely washed overnight. He was good last year. People forget that he was actually serviceable last year.
He played all 82 games last year, or at least 80 games last year. Like, what are we talking about?
I thought he would be, he's going to be there as the backup point guard. This is going to be great. I thought Bradley Beal would come in and replace kind of the scoring from Norman Powell. I like John Collins. I like Brook Lopez being the backup to Zubac. And like that team just got old. We knew they were old, but man, they got really old overnight. And Ty Lue, not the best of jobs from him this year. They might be in the worst position of any team. When you look at their roster and how old they are, they got no first round picks. Their roster doesn't even have like great pieces you can trade. Like, I don't know what James Harden's value is. These aren't guys you're going to trade anyway, but like if you wanted to try to blow things up, how do you even start to blow things up and recoup anything with these guys? You're not getting multiple firsts for Harden and Kawhi at this point. Like, they're in a terrible, terrible position. I still have a little bit of faith that they can turn it around and at least be a play-in, but I'm not mad at Shitter.
I gotta keep it real. I think it's the shitters for these guys.
And Chris Paul just started like practicing.
Then we got the other
side. Season. Fucking guy lost all basketball talent. Just sat on the couch and drank beer and practiced his fucking State Farm lines.
Probably did. There you got the other side of Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Lakers, where once again I have to say, I tried to tell y'all. I was looking a lot better. We addressed a lot of issues in the order it was, even if it is the inconsistent DeAndre Ayton. He has looked good to start the season with us, but most of all, Luka Doncic just looks like he's in MVP form with a start of the season that has been compared to Wilt Chamberlain in his prime, a start of the season that we haven't seen since Wilt Chamberlain. He averaged 40 points per game through his first 5 games. He's averaging about 38 points per game right now. You got Austin Reeves, who's looked incredible. He's averaging 29 points per game, 9 assists, 5 rebounds on 54% from the field, 38% from 3. He shot the ball well. Luka has shot the ball from the field well, but not from 3 pretty well, so they need to improve that. And this is all without LeBron James recording a minute of action on the court so far. I think the Lakers are, even with, if you consider LeBron that one move away, they're one move away. What do y'all think?
I was gonna let Chris go.
Yeah, Chris.
The Lakers. If LeBron is that one move away, see, it's just a question, right? Because LeBron comes and now you wonder, does he come in and does he fuck up everybody else's game? You know what I mean? Because we've seen it happen before. We've seen it happen before.
When have we seen LeBron James come back and not be able to mesh well with these players? He went to Miami. He played off the ball for the first season. Did not work well in the finals, but they still made the NBA finals. Then he adjusted the game. He got the ball, and then they won 2 championships and made it to an additional NBA finals. He went with Kyrie Irving, who's one of the best ball handlers and facilitators in the league, and played with him. They went immediately to the NBA finals and won an NBA championship. He's played with multiple players. He's had to play off the ball. He's played off the ball this entire run with the Los Angeles Lakers. Rajon Rondo controlled the ball more than LeBron James when they won the NBA championship. Austin Reeves has to control the ball more in the last 2 seasons than LeBron James. How are we still questioning LeBron when he's done it time and time again?
I'm only gonna throw in the fact that he's 42 years old and that his style of play is not the same. And it could. I'm not saying it will. I actually think the Lakers are fringe contenders. I just don't know. I hope it doesn't happen. I actually like what the Lakers are doing. I'm a big Luka fan, so I more power to them. I actually hope he plays good. But it's that question mark that makes me question to put them in the contender spot. So one move away, I think, is the right place to put them.
What do you think, Jeremy?
I'm looking up some numbers here because I don't fully believe you that Austin Reeves' usage rate last season was 23%. LeBron James' usage rate last season was 30%. So no, Austin Reeves did not have the ball in his hands more than LeBron James. With the
How much was Luka's? How much was Luka with the Los Angeles Lakers? How much was Luka with the Los Angeles Lakers?
Well, this goes the point of LeBron's gonna have to be off the ball with Luka,
and he's done it before.
You mentioned the Heat. Dwayne Wade adjusted his game for Miami in that. Luka with the Lakers was 34% last season. I think Rondo did not have a higher usage than LeBron James.
No fucking way.
Come on.
He was running point.
Okay, running
just because
point.
he was point guard doesn't mean he's like actually point guard.
Yeah, running point and actually running the show. Rondo's usage rate with the Lakers, what year was this? Okay, 1920, 18% SP3. Do you want to take a gather at LeBron's usage rate in 1920?
I'm gonna say 38.
31.
It's like 40%.
31%. Because they had Anthony Davis there as well. So he got a usage rate. Yeah. Rondo, that wasn't even close. 18% to 31. Rondo didn't have the ball in his hands that often. LeBron's got to show he can play off the ball. Go ahead.
Point. He has played off the ball before. What are we talking about?
playing off the ball isn't just standing there and watching somebody else go to work and do something with the ball, which is what LeBron and Luka like to do way too often. Like there's moving off the ball, there's screening, and being active off the ball. Neither of these guys are very active off the ball. And now you factor in Austin Reeves, who has grown and who probably should be on the ball a little bit more. I don't think LeBron's going to like blow everything up or anything like that. But LeBron wants the ball in his hands. He's not going to screen people. He's not going to move around the court like Steph Curry. That's not LeBron game. That's not
But
his
he
game.
was I know one stat for sure where he shot the ball over 40% from three. So he can go off the ball and get catch and shoot threes and be without the ball. He can do it.
Yeah.
He has done it.
Yeah, LeBron James is going to be super happy just standing in the corner and saying, "Pass me the ball, everybody. I'm right here."
He's not gonna do that.
Don't worry, LeBron. LeBron, you just sit in the corner. Luka will get you the ball on the pick and roll. It's okay. We're just going to turn you into a catch and shoot guy, LeBron James. That'll go really well for the team. I think they're one move away, even getting LeBron back. I think they need to shore up their bench a little bit. I don't love their depth, and I don't have full faith in dominating. I love the nickname, but I don't have that too much faith in DeAndre Ayton out here. So that's why I think they're still one move away. I'm also a little concerned that JJ Redick kind of crashes out after any loss. Like that man was so mad after that Hawks loss. I was like, wait, all right, you lost the game. He's like, 2 minutes in, I knew we were fucked. And then he just leaves the press conference. Like, JJ, what are you doing?
He's gonna challenge a reporter to a sparring session one day outside.
Yeah, JJ Redick's gonna get suspended at least one game for trying to fight a reporter.
It's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. Oh man, but yeah, JJ does get a little too emotional when it comes to wins and losses. I will say that. The Memphis Grizzlies is next. I think they're a shitter. What do y'all think?
Yeah, throw them in there.
I agree. I think they can be a play-in team if they trade Ja Morant and get something for Ja Morant and like reshape the team or get a different head coach. Because once again, they hired a head coach that just Ja clashes with, and it doesn't work. You get a different head coach in there, maybe things change. But yeah, right now it's not a good situation.
At this point, though, is it the head coach or is it the player?
I think
it's a little bit of both.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of both because I don't think the head coach handles shit properly either. He's still learning. He's a fairly new head coach, so he's going to learn these things. But I mean, Ja doesn't really help his own case. Even if you trade Ja and get pieces, I mean, you're in the shitter this year. And if you're going to trade Ja, you might as well trade Triple J and start from scratch. Who probably has more value than Ja at this point.
Oh, he does. I just don't know what. If you're just going to trade everybody, then what are you building? Like, what are you telling your fans? At least if you're keeping Jaren Jackson, you're like, this is a guy we can build around. But I also understand, I'm like, where are you going? You might as well just kind of blow things up at this point. Yeah, it's not a good situation in Memphis. But they got the league figured out. They're good in the West. They were going to beat the Thunder if Ja didn't get hurt in Game 3.
We got it all figured out in the West here. The Miami Heat is another one that might be one of the more surprising playoff teams. I think they're in the playoffs. They played really well to start the season. I saw more in them than you, Jeremy, to start to when we did our preview at the beginning of the season, but they played pretty well to kick things off. And I just think that, Bam has really improved offensively. They're doing a majority of this without Tyler Hero, he's going to chuck up some shots, but he is a primary scorer for them. So I think they're only set to improve their team when they get him back. What do you think, Jeremy?
They're a lot better than I wanted to give them credit for the other day. And I probably undersold them the other day when we were talking about them. I think they're a playoff team. I do worry when Tyler Hero comes back if he messes with their flow because their offense. I mean, they have the best offense in the East right now. I know the Knicks are on a hot run, but as far as points per game, like they score the most of any team in the East. So their offense looks really good right now. Now I do think their overall offense and it is very drive and kick heavy, and then beating closeouts and not using too many screens and everything. I think that can get bogged down against teams with really stout defenders, but only a handful of teams have those really stout defenders at all positions. So I think their offense kind of works overall. Yeah, I think they're a playoff team.
Oh, I hate the Heat.
What
As
about
much
you,
as I hate
Chris?
him, I really like Eric Spoelstra, probably the best coach in the league right now. I'm gonna agree and say they're a playoff team, just based on the first 5, 6, 7 teams in the Eastern Conference. I could see them being in that echelon. I don't think they're elite by any means. I think they need a few pieces, to be honest. I think Tyler Hero honestly comes in and fucks it up every time he's hurt. He gets hurt. The Heat play great. He comes back. They go on a losing streak. Like it happens every time. So I don't know if he's gonna come and mess things up again. Um, yeah, they're not going. They're not going that far. They're in the playoffs. So.
Now we got another team that probably will be in the playoffs or one move away. You got the Milwaukee Bucks. You got Giannis, who has been just playing out of his mind. He's in MVP form once again, one of the elite MVP candidates and Defensive Player of the Year candidates. He's pretty much doing everything for this team. But Doc Rivers seems to have a better plan for this particular team than he has with the past Bucks team. So what do you think, Chris? Where do they lie?
I mean, they're still one move away. I kind of want to put them in that fringe contenders because like I haven't seen a Giannis like this since he won the championship. Honestly, he's just like on a different level right now. He's playing a real bully ball where it's like you can't stop him. Like you have to shoot him to stop him from getting into paint. That's the only way because he's just an animal, and he's doing it on the defensive end. It's just the team's not deep enough, so I don't know how far they can go. But they're definitely going to be up there in the East. I think they're going to give people some problems in the playoffs, but I'd say they're one move away.
Yeah, I think they're one move away. I don't know
about you,
what
Jimmy?
that move is. I don't know what that move is though, because they don't have a ton of guys with a lot of value, and I'm not sure what they want to do overall. Like if they added depth, that'd be good. I look at a team like Sacramento, who is probably going to sell off a lot of pieces, and I look like, hey, does DeMar DeRozan help this Bucks team? Like, get you a reliable scorer in there? I know, like, the spacing, people are gonna DeRozan. I think I could be wrong. Maybe I'm putting too much stock into him shooting like 2 for 3 from 3 against OKC. He's expanded his game enough from 3 to be serviceable. He's shooting 41% this year from 3 on less than 3 attempts, so it's not like he's taking a ton, but 41% is very respectable. He's not going to be a volume 3-point shooter, but it's also not a guy of like, hey, we can leave this guy open. And we know we can get it to his spots in the mid range. Like if they get someone like him, can they come out of the East? Possibly. Like, I'm not mad at something like that, but I just don't know who they're giving up. Like, does anybody want a very used Kyle Kuzma out there? I just don't know like what they're really going to give up to make that one move. But I like them as one move away. I just don't know what that move is.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I don't know what the move is, but they are definitely closer to the Detroit Pistons of the world than the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls so far to start the season. All right, here we got a team that Jeremy has some strong feelings about: the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves are currently 7-4. That would make them 6 in the Western Conference. They bring back a majority of the same team that made it to the conference finals last season, led by Anthony Edwards, who has missed a bunch of games so far to start the season. They've also been getting some inconsistent well. Julius Randle has played pretty well when he's on the court for them. But Jeremy, where do you think the Minnesota Timberwolves lay? Because you are the person who has the harshest opinion of this team.
I still think they're a play-in team. To their
My
credit,
God.
That's crazy.
to their credit, they're beating the teams they should beat. They've won 3 straight. They beat the Jazz twice and the Kings. Do you want me to hang the banner because they beat the Jazz twice and the Kings? Like, no. I think they're a play-in team. I don't trust Julius Randle. I don't like their overall like team makeup. I worry about it. Now, could they make a move and then maybe they're one move away? They're either a play-in team or one move away. Because if they make a move, I could put them at contenders. But as they stand, I put them at a play-in team. I don't buy the Timberwolves. You're not going to get me to buy the Timberwolves.
And that's why I'm somewhere in the middle, and they're in playoffs. They are a playoff team. That is what the Minnesota Timberwolves are to me. But Chris, what do you think? Because Jeremy went between second to last tier and second best tier.
I mean, I think I'm in the same boat as you. I think I'm putting them in the playoffs. I don't think there's any more moves for them to make. I think their roster is kind of constructed good. It's just whether it's coaching or just health or it's just maybe it's Julius Randle, but who's hit for me on every parlay so far this year. Thank you, Julius. But honestly, it's hard. It's hard. They're like a hard team to figure out. So I think right in the middle of the playoffs is great for them.
There we go. And now we got another shitter, the New Orleans Pelicans. I might put them at the top of shitter because it's just sad. It's just sad. Like they had pegged Zion Williamson to be one of the faces of the league, but he can't stay on the court. He like you said earlier, Anthony Davis is the new example of Tracy McGrady. Well, Zion Williamson is this generation's Grant Hill. He comes from the same school, and he's getting injured at a high clip, like Grant Hill did. What do you think, Chris? Where do you think the Pelicans belong?
Oh, they're definitely in the shitter. There's no saving that team. They got to blow it up, trade whatever pieces they got because they have solid. They got a few guys that could help on a contending team or even be parts of a rebuilding team like Herb Jones. I mean, TM3 could shoot a little bit. Zion, I mean, when he's healthy, yeah, he's great. But it's just other than that, it's just nothing really there. Maybe Yves Missy, he's second year guy, third year guy. You could build around him a little bit or just have him as a piece. But there's no real like direction or trajectory for them to go up at all in the next coming years. So in the shitter they belong.
I had some faith,
Jeremy,
and I had some faith in the Pelicans to start the year. Like, oh, you know what? They're gonna get a healthy Zion. I like Trey Murphy. I like Herb Jones. Queen and Fears are solid rookies. Like I think they got something here. Murray once he gets healthy, and they don't. The problem with like trying to blow it up is they don't have their pick this year. So you got to basically recoup other picks, but you don't even have your own first round pick, so you can't even benefit from the lottery. And then of course they made that trade that everyone looks back like, oh, you traded the Pacers pick as well, and the Pacers are terrible this year. So they lost out effectively on 2 first round picks, and in a year where it's supposed to have a deep draft as well, like it's poor out there in New Orleans. It's not a good time. I mean, I don't know if it's ever been a good time to be a Pelicans fan, but right now it's really a bad time to be a Pelicans fan.
To be fair, it probably never was a good time to be a Pelicans fan. But we got the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I'm not going to waste any time. They're the top of the contenders. They're the reigning NBA champions. They bring back the same squad. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is looking once again like a back-to-back MVP candidate. He's averaging 33 points per game on just high efficiency. He's playing very well. Chet Holmgren looking like he took a step up, looking like a defensive player of the year candidate. They are so deep as well. Got one of the best coaches in the league. Like they check the boxes on Jeremy. I will let you wax lyrically about your team. What do you think that the Thunder might have a chance? What do you think? What would you put it? We'll do what we do on True Hill Heat here. 0 to 10. What would you say is the percentage the Thunder have to repeat this season?
I'm going to say it is a 0% chance because they have yet to win a game this year. Their record is 0-0, so it's very tough to assess where this team is at overall. I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic based on last season, but I need to see them on the court first because right now they're at 0-0.
Understand? Yes. This is the way of Jeremy. Chris, what would you put it? 0 to 100. Can the Thunder repeat? What would you put the percentage on?
I'm not going to confuse myself further because I thought they played 12 games already. But
you got to get the 0-0 mentality, Chris. You got to understand the 0-0 mentality.
I mean, I guess that way you're fucking defending champs and you're rolling through everybody in the beginning of the season. That is actually a great mentality to have, though, even for defending champs. I mean, I'd give them an 85% chance, and that's being like maybe the Nuggets creep in there if they're completely healthy at that end of the year. Maybe the New York Knicks are in the script because that's the only way we're gonna win is somebody penciled us in the script. Those are the only two chances that I really hold out, though, and the Knicks one is a long shot. I think the Thunder most likely team to repeat.
Yeah, like they look this good and they still are not fully healthy. And even Romeo, our number one Knicks fan, is saying 95% chance. Only major injury will stop them. And even then, look how good they are without J-Will. So, yeah, you've won 11 of their last 12 without the guy who scored 40 to close.
No. You guys, let's not confuse people here. J-Will has played this season. He actually played really well last night. He finally hit a couple of 3-point shots in a game that ended 0-0. J-Dub has not played. Let's get the nicknames correct out here. All right. J-Dub scored 40 in the finals. J-Will is playing.
Yes, I knew that was where you were going to go with. But yes, Thunder at the top of contenders. One team that I think this is probably the team that has changed the most. Probably Chicago, goes up to playoffs from play-in. But Magic, I would have said was one move away at the start of the season. And now I'm like, might be a play-in team. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I think they're definitely a play-in team. I don't know. It's just something off or just something not complete about them. Like, I want to say they're one move away, but it's just like, I don't know if the team that they have right now is like constructed right. It feels like they're missing more than one piece. I want to put them in the playoffs, but that like top tier or top 5, 6 of the East, I don't think they can compete with. So I'm going to put them as play-in teams.
The fact that
it just isn't. God.
The fact that Louis has given up on the Orlando Magic. Louis was the biggest ride or die Orlando Magic fan last year. SP3 can attest to this. Last year, Louis was all in on Orlando, and Louis has even dropped them at this point. I still think that it's a good team. I like Bencaro. I like Wagner. I like Bane. It probably still needs somebody who can handle the ball. It's the East. You can get hot in the East. I still think they are overall. I'm gonna go play in, but if they make the correct move, they're. I don't think they're one move away from being contenders, but if they make the correct move, they're more solidified as a playoff team. All right, I have time for one more. Then I gotta go pick up my oldest.
All right, so we'll go to the Philadelphia 76ers. This is another one that I think has changed for me, where I would have said play-in at best at the start of the season. Now I would say playoffs. They play, like watching that game last night, I was like, this is actually a good team. They got some young players. Maxey is taking a step up. He's looking like he's a firm all-star this season. Embiid, when he's on the court, he can be a presence there, and they still haven't had like Paul George consistently. So I think they're playoffs. What do you think, Jeremy?
I think they're closer to playoffs than play in. I actually do worry that Paul George comes back and screws things up. And Embiid, as he gets healthier, he is like, all right, why aren't you guys passing me the ball? What's all this perimeter nonsense that we are doing? Because like Maxey's played great. He's going to need his shots. Edgecombe has played very well. He's going to continue to need his shots. McCain is just coming back, and like he's not even getting a ton of playing time because they got the kid Edwards who played really well last night against Boston, and then Kelly Oubre is fitting in great there. I actually worry that Paul George is going to come back and fuck up all the vibes, which would be hilarious to me at this point. But if that doesn't happen, then I like them closer to the playoffs. I'll go playoffs as a cautiously optimistic Sixers take.
There we go. Jeremy, let the people know where they can follow you on social media and when they will see you again on their YouTube screen, sir.
Why am I full screen? Don't do that to me. That's terrible. Nobody needs to see all of this. Jeez. Don't follow me on Twitter. I don't want to be followed. Watch In the Weeds, 10 a.m. Eastern on Fightful Overbooked every weekday. SP3 is there at least 2 days a week, sometimes 3 days a week, because Joel Pearl runs from the grind. That's all I got. Vote for me for Mr. Elegance as well. 0 and 0.
Yes.
All right, please take me off of full screen. Thank you. Nobody needs all that. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Jeremy. We appreciate
it's like talking hoops with you.
Thank
all right, bye guys.
Later.
Later, brother. All right, Chris, you're the deciding vote. Are we putting the Sixers in playoffs?
I am going to put them in the play-in. I don't have faith in PG. I don't have faith in Embiid's health. I don't have faith in McCain's fingernails. So we're gonna go play-in.
Well, you also have to look. Come on, man. You also have to look at the rest of the field. What other teams we have left? We already have 3 teams in the play-in. Like, I feel like they're closer to the Bulls and the Heat than they are to where we feel about the Atlanta Hawks and the Orlando Magic and the Boston Celtics.
Well, I mean, if I'm looking at the top 7 teams right now, the odd team out is Chicago, who would be in the play-in tournament. But I think Chicago has a better chance of making it than Philadelphia. So I'm swapping them. That's why I'm keeping Philly in the play-in.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I'll let you be the deciding factor there. Since the Sixers is a team that you can pretty much put in either or. They are 7-4 right now. They currently stand at 6 in the Eastern Conference. Then we got another team that is actually been playing not that bad to start the season, but a lot of people would have put them in the shitter to start the season. The Phoenix Suns, who are coming off the heels of the big trade with Kevin Durant, sending him to the Houston Rockets. They got Jalen Green now. You got Devin Booker still running the show. They don't have a lot of depth at all on this team, but they've been playing pretty well, and they've been playing a lot of like close games and been having some key wins. They're 6-5 right now, currently standing at 7 in the Western Conference. What do you think about the Phoenix Suns?
I think they'll finish at a playing position because Jalen Green just got hurt again. He's going to be out for a while, and they got him back. He played one game. It looked like their whole offense changed. D-Book was getting some help. Everything was flowing good, and it was like, oh man, these kids look exciting. Like, let's see what they can do. Jalen Green goes down. He's going to be out for about 6 to 8 weeks or something like that with a hamstring strain. So it's definitely going to be a rough patch for Phoenix. I don't think they can overcome the hump of being a playing team.
That is actually fair because they're not like the shitter team that I thought they were going to be. They've been playing very well to start the season, and they play up from their expectations, so that's good.
Yep.
Then we got a team that is very close to them in the standings currently, standing at 5-5 through their first 10 games. The Portland Trailblazers, who has been a team mentioned a lot to start this season, mainly because their head coach, Chauncey Billups, being a part of the big gambling scandal, getting arrested, being a part of this whole gambling field with this poker game with these high rollers and betting on games and all of that. And Chauncey's been in this mess very, very closely. But since that mess, they have been playing very well. They started off the season slow, but they've been picking it up, been playing pretty well over the last couple of games since Chauncey. They at one point they were like 5-2, but they dropped, I think, their last 2 games after the Chauncey arrest. But I said this at the beginning of the season, even before the Chauncey arrest. I thought that they had played very well in March and April of the end of last season. Their defense is very, very good, and they have a whole bunch of young players who are trying to play to basically make a name for themselves, so they always play with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. I would say the Portland Trailblazers, I'm confident enough to say either top of play-in or playoffs.
Playoffs might be a little bit of a stretch. I think they need, maybe like some better established veterans to be in that echelon. But the young kids, Shaden Sharp is good. Denny Avicii has been playing great. Looks like he's finally starting to come into his own a little bit. I mean, they got some pieces that in the future, could maybe potentially make a solid core. I think right now, though, they don't got enough to make it to be a full playoff team. I could see him in the play-in for sure, though. I wouldn't go less than that.
Go top of the play-in here for the Portland Trailblazers. We shall see. I think we'll look back on this tier list and we'll see how it looks in a couple of months from now. Then you got the Sacramento Kings. 3-8. This roster did not look good at the start of the season, and it looks even worse in practice and execution. Does not look good at all. Russell Westbrook's been the best player on this team, and that just says it all.
Yeah. Russ actually looks good though. Like, I mean, I would take Russ, and if we're gonna sell off, if I'm the Kings and I'm gonna sell off everybody, I'm gonna see if Russ can be flipped to a potential contender that might need him, because he still got low volume. He's still bringing in triple doubles. He's actually been really efficient from the floor, shooting wise. So I'm all on the Russell Westbrook comeback train. But they free my man Sabonis, man. Get Sabonis out of there. That guy has too much talent to be dying out in Sacramento. Bring him to the Lakers. Put him on the Lakers.
We'll take him. Hell yeah, we will. Then you got one of the big surprises to start the season, and of course, led by future MVP, future DPOY, and future GOAT, Victor Wembanyama, the San Antonio Spurs. This is an easy one. I think they're playoffs. They're a playoff team. Like, it looks like a foregone conclusion. They got young guards that are looking good. They just got De'Aaron Fox back, and he looked good on his return. Victor Wembanyama looks like an MVP candidate. Just looks ridiculous. I think I saw a crazy stat the other day through his first 120 games. This man has more 3-pointers than Steph Curry. He has more total points than LeBron James. He has more total blocks than Hakeem Olajuwon, and he has more total rebounds than Karl Malone. This dude, if he can stay healthy, he's going to change the whole game. He's going to be the next kind of transcending player that changes the game like LeBron and Steph did in this previous generation. Victor Wembanyama is going to be the leader of this new generation. It's been quite amazing to watch him play. He's the type of player that I would be like, yeah, I'll spend a couple of money to go see him live, because seeing a 7'7" guy who can do spin moves, got the handle, got the footwork like crazy. We have not seen anything like this on a basketball court ever before.
I have never, ever seen anything like Victor Wembanyama. He is a 2K character created. Somebody bought all the VC, maxed up all the stats and physical attributes, and then just put him out on the court, and he's fucking amazing. However, I do actually think the Spurs are one move away from being contenders. I think maybe the one move is letting their young core grow. Maybe they just need another year or two to season up a little bit. Or maybe they just need that one vet that can, like, shore up some buckets when they need them, even if Wembanyama's like not on the court. I think like DeMar DeRozan, but when he was on the Spurs playing for Pop, that version of DeMar DeRozan on this Spurs team would have been like a great fit, a great move. That would have been the one move to make them into contenders. But I think they're generally one move away, and it could be time. That one move could be time.
I think they're like 2 moves away. I think they're 2 moves away. Like Romeo said, if Fox can be Fox, maybe they can be 1 move away. But we don't know yet. We saw he looked good in the first game, but we need to get Fox back into the flow of the game. You need Dylan Harper just went down as well, so you need him to come back as well, and then you need to make another trade. So they're like 2 to 3 moves away. So I would put them at the top of playoffs. They are very comparable to the Minnesota Timberwolves, but they're on different ends of the spectrum, where Minnesota was like 3 years ago with Anthony Edwards. That's where the Spurs are at, where they're at with Wemby. All right, we got some easy ones to close out here. We got the Toronto Raptors, we got the Utah Jazz, and we got the Washington Wizards, and I think they're all shitters.
Yeah, as much as I want to kind of put Toronto in that play-in category because they have tons of talent and they got my man RJ and IQ in there.
They're 6-5. I just say shitter because I don't know how is this going to pan out, and they do have a bunch of young players, but I don't see them having a better record than the Hawks, Sixers, Orlando, or Boston by the end of the season. So that would make them in the shitter with the rest of the teams that don't make the play.
Yeah, totally agree. I don't think they're gonna, especially Boston, because Boston's the team looking out, that the team that's looking out, looking in. But that's gonna flip around because I think Boston will get it together. So I agree.
Yeah. Then you got the Utah Jazz, which they are not good, but they're so much fun to watch. Yes. They're 4-7, but they're fun as hell to watch. Keontae George has been looking like a most improved player candidate. You got Ace Bailey been playing good ball for a rookie. They just have these young players. You got marketing who's looking good, who's really I feel like he's just playing for the next trade. He's playing for the next team. He's like, look what I can do for you. Let me go to a contender and be that difference maker. A lot of the teams that we have in 1 move away, you get a Larry Marketing, and that would be the 1 move that would take you over the top and make you a contender. But Jazz is so much fun to watch. They are in the shitter, but I honestly feel like we should create a whole new tier just for the Jazz of not good but fun.
Shit, but fun to watch. So that's a good that'd be a good category for them.
I'm adding a new row. I'm adding a row just above shitter of shit but fun. Shit but fun.
Who knows? That might be the Knicks in the middle of the season.
So we're gonna put the I honestly am like looking at a couple of these play-in teams where I'm like, yeah, Phoenix Suns, you're kind of shit, but you're fun. Yeah. I'm trying to see if any of the shitter teams belong in shit but fun. Do you think any of them? I think Sacramento kind of are fun to watch with Russ.
Yeah, I mean that's the extent though. I think everybody else on that list is shit. I mean Clippers, I guess are fun to watch to make fun of because they're old, but that's really about it.
I love that Romeo said shiny turd.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh man, we got the Jazz there. We'll put the Sacramento Kings up here in shit but fun. Yeah, we are. Romeo is right. We are missing one play-in team for the West, but we do have already. Yeah. So who would be the one team we would move up to play in?
I mean, I guess the Raptors have a shot, so I would move them to play in.
No,
If I
it's
had
got
to
to be a
play-
West team. We need one more
Oh,
West
okay.
team in the play.
Oof. That's tough.
For me, it would either be the Jazz or the Clippers.
I think the Jazz are gonna sell off. I would say the Clippers just based on experience. Maybe they get it together.
Nah, they're shitter. They're shitter. They're shitter right now for me. I would say
mind
that's
keeping
more
them
the
there, but if
Jazz.
I had to pick,
I mean we can leave it open ended. We can leave it open ended, and we can yeah. He says you're missing a Western team. I just don't believe in the Clippers turning it around that much. As y'all,
I think
y'all
I think when we
they're gonna turn it
revisit
around.
this,
I think
when
Ty
we
Lue's
revisit
great,
this-
but we'll see. Then we got finally our last shitter, the Washington Wizards, who have been in the shitter for multiple years now.
Yeah, leave them in there. They're not getting out anytime soon. I think when we hit this mid-season, we'll be able to switch some people around and get a actual play-in final 8.
Yeah, you know what? I will trust your opinion, and I will get over my Clipper hatred, and I will put them in play. Maybe
You're gonna
they,
be so wrong.
I am a Ty Lue fan. I am a Ty Lue fan enough where I could be like, you know what? Ty Lue is good enough to even get Bradley Beal to the playoffs when he's washed.
Oof.
He's washed. Chris Paul is washed. You got Kawhi's worried about getting arrested. Like, come on, man. It's just James Harden. It's just James Harden.
And he's only doing it for the starting 5 show. He's not even doing it for himself.
Exactly. He's like, damn, I can't take days off. They recording me right now. Shit. All right, so here we go. We got our 2025-2026 tier ranked. So we got our contenders. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets from the Western Conference. From the Eastern Conference, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers and the New York Knicks. One move away from being contenders, we got the Los Angeles Lakers and the Houston Rockets from the West. From the East, we got the Detroit Pistons and the Milwaukee Bucks. Playoffs, so these are teams that we are more confident will make the playoffs than the teams underneath them. We got the San Antonio Spurs, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Eastern Conference, we got the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls. For play-in, we got Portland Trailblazers, Los Angeles Clippers, Phoenix Suns, and the Golden State Warriors from the West. From the East, we got the Philadelphia 76ers, Atlanta Hawks, Orlando Magic, Boston Celtics. Shit but fun. We got the Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings. And in the shitter, we got the New Orleans Pelicans, the Washington Wizards, the Brooklyn Nets, the Toronto Raptors, the Mavericks, the Grizzlies, the Hornets, and the Pacers. I think that the Raptors are shit but fun.
I agree. I think that like the youth that they have on that team are all guys that are fun to watch. IQ, RJ, Ingram. Like there's something about them I wish they would be able to take the next step.
Yes. Shit but not fun. I mean all the people in the shitter are kind of not fun. It's not fun to watch how badly they're playing. So the Grizzlies maybe would be like shit but not fun. I don't know. Maybe
Mavericks.
I mean, yeah,
terrible.
The Hornets. Do you think the Hornets belong in shit but fun?
Not right now. Maybe in the middle of the season if they can get it together a little bit.
Yeah, I was like the youth of the Hornets. Maybe we can make an argument for them. Yeah. The Pelicans and the Grizzlies are fucking depressing as hell. But yes, that is our tier list for the NBA upcoming season. We will share this over on the True Hill Heat social media. So if you haven't already took a look, you can share it with a friend over there on the socials. But let's give our full preview here. So that is our ranking. That's how we see the teams. Who do you have making the Eastern Conference Finals, Chris, this season?
Going with the Cavs and Knicks.
I am going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Detroit Pistons.
See that? Could see that.
Who do you have in the Western Conference Finals?
Got OKC and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And look at this coincidence. We got the same thing. I got the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Los Angeles Lakers in the conference finals. If we had done this at the beginning of the season, my picks would have probably been Thunder, Nuggets, and Cavs, Knicks. But seeing the early portion of the season made me change things up a bit. I think either the Knicks or the Cavs are going to make the finals, the conference finals. I don't know if both teams will make it. I think the Detroit Pistons, their defense are scary enough, and they've been playing well enough. And Cade has taken that next step where I think they're going to make the conference finals this season.
I mean, it's a possibility. I don't want to see them again in the playoffs because they're probably still pissed about last year. So,
oh yeah. If the Knicks can get bumped before the conference finals, it's gonna be to the Detroit Pistons. That's the team that's motivated to beat y'all. And as far as like the Nuggets still look like championship contenders, that's why we put them in contenders. I just think that the Lakers have looked so good without LeBron, and I think they're gonna look even better with LeBron. So that's why I think they're gonna make to the conference finals.
yeah, same. I mean, I think the Nuggets are still fringe, right? You could put them in the contenders. We did. So they have a good shot of making it there, but something about those Lakers, man.
Mm-hmm. So that is the conference finals. Who do you got in the finals?
Just because I need to see it. I need to see it. OKC versus my New York Knicks.
You need to see destruction.
Even if we lose, man, I just want to fucking make it there one day, one time.
You know what? I'm going to go all the way with this. I said it earlier. I compared them to each other. I'm going to go all the way with it. Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Detroit Pistons in the NBA Finals. It's going to be the most defensive NBA Finals since Detroit Pistons versus the San Antonio Spurs back in 2005. That's the NBA Finals I want to see, because I'm sorry, Knicks fans. I'm sorry, Chris G. I'm sorry, Romeo. If it's Knicks versus Thunder, that is Thunder in 5. That is not even going 6 games. They are too good for the Knicks. Like, the Knicks defense is not good enough to play with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Y'all can have 160 to 159 games. That's going to be the score because your offensive is ridiculous. The Knicks offense is one of the best in the league, and the Thunder is one of the best in the league. So it's going to be high-scoring games, but they will stop you more often than you will stop them. It's not going to be a close series. The Pistons, though, got the defense to keep up with them. And like we said, they're one move away. If they get another offensive player to be along with Cade Cunningham, they could keep up offensively as well. That's the finals I want to see.
I wouldn't mind it. We'll see. We'll see.
But either way, we both got the Thunder in it. You got the Knicks. I got the Pistons on the other side. In 3, 2, 1, we'll say our winner of the NBA Finals this season in 3, 2, 1. Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, we're both going with a Thunder repeat. Thunder you can't like win an NBA championship in a season where you won 68 games have the highest point differential, one of the historical best defenses of all time, and you played half of the season without the second or third best player on your team not being there for half of the season, then he comes back and y'all go on that run, go into the playoffs, go to a close 7-game series with the Denver Nuggets, then wash through the Timberwolves, then a close 7-game series in the finals, and then you bring the whole team back. The whole team back, plus the rookies are getting better, plus the third best player that was hurt at the beginning of last season is improved. This was the worst he was gonna play, and y'all won the championship, and then y'all bring the whole team back. Nah, come on. How are we arguing that any other team is the favorite to win this?
No, it's the Thunder. And this is probably the highest chance of a repeat that we'll see or have seen in at least a decade. So
yeah, I know a lot of people were like that Denver was going to win it again in 2024, or Boston was going to win it again last season. This is the best chance that we got for a dynasty to be born. The Oklahoma City Thunder. This is the greatest rebuild of all time.
All time, yes.
Of all time. There's not even a question. I'm not going to say one of the best. No, it is the best rebuild of all time, and we've seen it. We've seen it before our eyes over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, if you see where they went from having, it goes all the way back to that team with Russ, KD, and Harden, right? From being up to that mountaintop to then becoming one of the worst teams in the league, to acquiring all these draft picks and building the right way to becoming now a potential dynasty. I mean, how can you argue that it's the worst? It's the best rebuild.
Yeah. So, barring any injury, Thunder should be the favorite to win. But like we said before, Nuggets could have a chance. Cavs, Knicks. If there's an injury for any of these Western Conference teams, I think that the East could pull off the monkey. They probably got the monkey's paw, the Knicks and the Cavs and the Pistons. So they because of all the injuries that's happened in the East, maybe it happens to the West when they go to the NBA Finals and they're able to beat the Western Conference team. So there's a lot of teams that could potentially win the championship this season. Who is your prediction for this year's MVP?
He got to stay healthy, but the way Luka's going right now, I mean, it's hard, right? Jokic is putting up putting up a triple-double again. Giannis is playing out of his mind. Wemby's playing out of his mind. But like Luka, man, he's just like he looks committed. Like he looks like he got the fire in his eye that I haven't seen in Luka like since like he went to the finals. You know what I mean? Like this is the scary Luka. And I love Luka. I mean, I've been waiting for him to win his first MVP for fucking years already. So I think this is finally the year he does it.
Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world for Luka to do it. If he can stay healthy, he can play the 65 plus games. It seems like he's destined to do it because he's not only just this ridiculous scorer, the best scorer in the NBA, but he's actually showing effort on defense. So he's actually showing effort on both sides of the court. The weight loss was probably the best move of his entire career. So yeah, he has to be my favorite. I predicted him to win MVP 2 seasons ago, and he had a ridiculous season. That was a season he averaged like 38-8. So yeah, hopefully we can get something similar by the end of this season. And I think the NBA would write the script to make him the MVP, considering this is his first full year in Los Angeles.
Makes sense.
DPOY, it's Wemby. Like, I'm not even going to ask you who you think it is. It's Wemby.
No, we're not debating that.
We're not going to debate that. Rookie of the year, who you got?
I don't know. When I'm looking at it, I mean, which rookie is really like making like a super impact? Like they just all feel like they're helping out their teams a little bit, but there's no like
VJ Edgecombe is probably had the best.
Put him at the top. I would put him at the top just because he's like he feels like he's a solidified piece in that rotation already, right? Where it's like Cooper. I mean, Cooper's the #1 pick, but like, and we know he's going to be a good player eventually, but it's just he's still kind of finding his footing. Dylan Harper's hurt. Ace Bailey's off the bench. Like, you know, it is. Yeah. I think Edgecombe probably the guy I'd go with right now.
Yeah, I think you would have to say VJ is the favorite right now. Cooper Flag has a good chance as well because his usage rate is up there with what they've been doing with him in Dallas, but he's playing out of position basically in Dallas right now. So VJ seems like he would be the favorite. Ace Bailey, I thought he was going to play great because he looked great in the preseason, but like you said, he's coming off the bench. He's still trying to find his game. He has played well when he is on the court, but yeah, he's still trying to kind of find his place on the Utah Jazz. So yeah, VJ Edgecombe has to be the favorite there. What's up? Most improved player. I'm going with Austin Reeves.
It depends what happens because will Reeves' usage go down when LeBron comes back? And
Oh, it will,
is,
definitely.
is
Yeah.
Josh Giddey going to continue to make that step forward? So I think those are the two guys you look at right now, and maybe possibly Jalen Duren because Duren's been going on a 25-13 rampage like the last 5 or 6 games. So if he keeps that up, I mean, there's a strong argument for him too.
Yeah. So who are you gonna go with right now?
Just because he's a Knicks legend, Jalen Duren.
Fair. Clutch player of the year. I know you've been waiting for this one.
I hope Jalen Brunson don't win that shit. It's the Here Nigga Damn Award, man. I don't want that shit.
Here, nigga, damn, you can score at the fourth quarter. Damn, here.
I mean, there's been a lot of clutch guys already. Like Wemby's already iced a couple games. Giannis iced a couple games. There's been a few game winners. There's been Bane, Aaron Wiggins. I mean, guys are just hitting. I think it just that's going to be a hard award to call right now, just because we're so early in the season and we've seen so many like great clutch performances already. It's going to go to one of the upper echelon guys and one of the teams that can close out in the fourth quarter and stuff. I don't see
I'm gonna go with Giannis.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Giannis.
Yeah, I could definitely see Giannis winning that. I mean, he's been taking over completely in the fourth quarter. So,
yeah, I think Giannis has got the best bet. And then coach of the year, I'm gonna go with JJ Redick.
The Knicks finishing the first seed. I'm taking Mike Brown.
All right, there we go. That is all the predictions, all the awards, all the who's gonna win the NBA championship, and everything in between. I didn't actually Finals MVP. Well, of course, I would say Shea, right? Shea for Finals MVP.
Yeah, 100%.
So there we go. That is our predictions for the NBA season. But we have one last thing to discuss, Chris G, and it is the one and only. Everyone's favorite villain, Nico Harrison. Nico Harrison fired by the Dallas Mavericks. This was announced yesterday morning. Nico Harrison has been officially fired from the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, a lot of this stems from the move that he made to trade Luka Doncic in February during the regular season last season. And it's all stemmed from there, and it's all fall apart in Dallas. Like, we put them in our tier list. They're in the shitter. They're 3-8. They have no point guard. Anthony Davis got injured to start the season. Kyrie Irving won't be back on the court for March. But, like, it's a comedy of eras, the era of Nico Harrison. From not re-signing Jalen Brunson to the Quentin Grimes trade. Like, just so many blunders that he had. This was always going to come, but not a lot of people saw it coming when it did happen. So what was your reaction to the announcement of Nico Harrison's firing?
Yeah, I thought it happened a year or two late. You traded one of the best players in the league for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and fucking 3 Milky Ways. Like, you got to be kidding me, bro. You got to be kidding me. Not only if Nico deserved to get fired from his position, he should never step foot in another front office again. Ever. Like, unless the Lakers, like, pick him up as an assistant to complete the theory that this whole shit was a coup and he was under Pelinka's watch the whole time, like, that's the only way this man should get another job in the NBA in any front office.
He's going to take some money under the table from Rob. Rob's going to be paying him off for years.
There's no way
he
didn't. There's no way he didn't. Because that was the fleece of a century.
How did you not get Austin Reeves in that trade?
You didn't get anything.
Austin Reeves.
Damage
But I mean,
Davis.
you got the Lakers' second best player. Yes, he's injury prone, but he's still the second best player, like, and a defensive player. But how did you not get Austin Reeves? Like you pretty much traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, which is dumb,
Yes.
dumb as fuck.
Yes.
Oh my god. It's just a comedy of errors from Nico Harrison. I am just very, very happy for the Dallas Mavericks fan base because I know this. I had shout out to Brian Zillman of PW Torch. We had him on In the Weeds with me and Jeremy following the Anthony Davis Luka Doncic trade, and he's a big time Dallas Mavericks fan. So he was going through it. It felt like a funeral when we had him on. But he just messaged me yesterday when the tweet went out, and he was like, "Freedom, freedom." They feel free.
I bet that's how it feels.
A weight has been lifted off of their shoulders. And a dark cloud has been lifted from Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg came to this organization. He's kind of considered like the great white hope for the NBA, but he's also going to a franchise that had a dark cloud over it named Nico Harrison. And now he can kind of breathe easy and not be worried that Nico's going to do something that sabotages his NBA career.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's a lot more relief surrounding the Dallas Mavericks organization now going forward. So who knows? Maybe this is what they needed to put a little pep in their step.
Yeah, hopefully they can put it together. The next move that they have to do, though, they have to trade Anthony Davis. It's a wrap. You got to trade Anthony Davis as soon as he's healthy and you can do it. Trade him away to a contender that can be okay with a guy that's not going to be on the court always consistently. But when he is on there, he's an automatic 20-10 guy. He's a defensive anchor for the team. So he would be great for one of those teams that we said is like one move away. Imagine the Lakers can gas up the new GM and get Anthony Davis back for not for Luka or LeBron. That's
fucking Jared Vanderbilt.
Yep, Jared Vanderbilt,
Milky
Rui
Way,
Hashimura,
yeah,
Dalton Connect.
Jesus, throw Bronny James in there too. Why not?
No, we're gonna keep Bronny.
We're gonna keep Bronny.
You go play with that. But yeah, they're gonna sell that team. They're gonna trade away Anthony Davis, and then they'll probably trade away Kyrie Irving this offseason.
Yeah, and then they're gonna give a jersey to Megan Thee Stallion because she's better than Clay at this point.
Oh man. Dude, they gave Clay the extra year. Another one of his eras. They gave Clay an extra year.
It's bad all around.
Oh my god, just like comedy of errors. Is Nico Harrison the worst general manager in NBA history
that I've ever seen? And I've seen Phil Jackson be GM of the Knicks. Yes.
Wow, that's the headline. That's what we put on this video when we make it a separate video. Nico Harrison worse than Phil Jackson as a GM.
That's bad.
That's all time low. Yes. Phil Jackson is like the dragon photo with the stupid dragon and the dragon that looks like he's smart and tough. Like that's Phil Jackson as a coach and Phil Jackson as a GM. Yeah.
100%.
That's it. Well, we made it to the end of our return for True Heel Heat Check. We gave you our tier list of every NBA team for the 2025-2026 season. We talked about the early season storylines. We gave you our predictions for the awards, our predictions for the conference finals, for the NBA finals, and of course, talked about that fool, Nico Harrison. But Chris G, we've made it to the end here. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and when they might see you again.
Yeah, actually, I haven't streamed in so long that I forgot to change my fucking handle. It's not even True Hill Chris G anymore. It's THCG True Hill Chris G still. If you just put it together, right? THCEEGE. We'll change it for the next one. But here, I'm back. You can find me here. True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment. Me and SP3 are going to try to do these weekly basketball so we could keep you updated on the weekly world of the NBA. I'm going to try to link up with Stacking and Chase so we could do some true picks so I could get back on the football and then catch me on the True Heel Heat Wrestling channel as well, pumping out those shorts and some recaps and whatever else I can dig my heels into.
Yes, indeed. We appreciate Chris G. Gonna be doing a little bit more on the wrestling channel. On this channel here, we will try to connect next week and talk about some NBA. We got a hot game tonight. Los Angeles Lakers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. So maybe we'll talk about how the Lakers look about against the reigning NBA champions, and we'll discuss any other news that go on. Maybe we'll talk more in depth about the whole Ja Morant, and we'll discuss some possibilities for Ja Morant to be traded to on the next time we connect for True Hill Heat Check. Maybe possibly next week. We got Stat King in the chat letting you know you're always welcome to True Picks. There you go. You know.
Definitely,
And
I'm definitely DMing you soon.
Dear Lord,
Oh,
Clippers went from
yeah.
bad to worse. Bradley Beal, season-ending hip surgery. He's done.
Can we just put him back? Put him back in the shitter, bro. I don't know why we moved him.
We gotta bring it back up. We gotta
Put
bring
him back
it
in the
back
shitter.
up.
Put him back in the shitter, man. We can't put him back.
We gotta bring it back up to fit him back in the shitter after this,
Jesus.
dude. Yep. You're going back. Sorry, Clippers.
They have to. They have to. After that, there's no reason why they should be in the play-in anymore. Just put him back in the shitter.
Hey, Jazz, you know what? You get the raise. You get the raise.
Yeah, there we go. Put him in the play-in. Keep Laurie, goddammit. Put him in the play-in.
Oh, man. That is our final correction. Thank you for that last minute. That was a last minute clutch shot by Romeo to help us save our tier ranking here, where we swap out Clippers back in the shitter. Jazz are in the play-in now.
There we go.
Oh,
right.
That's funny. That was great timing. Great timing right there. All right. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat. I will be back here on the channel, I believe, on Monday of next week. Me and Miss Chrissy Love will be reviewing Power Book 4 Force Season 3, Episodes 1 and 2. So join us for that here. Me and Chris G will be back for True Hill Heat Check as well next week to talk about the latest and in NBA news. So if you haven't already, like this video, share this video, subscribe if you are new. Let us know what you thought about our predictions and give us yours in the comments down below. And check out all the great content we got on the channel right now, like our Peacemaker Season 2, so episodes 6 through 8 review, as well as True Picks, which will be going live, giving you our predictions for this week in the NFL with Chase and Stat King. So be on the lookout for that and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. For Chris G, for our special guest, Jeremy Lambert, it is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. This has been our True Hill Heat Check, number 16 for the 2025-2026 NBA season. Early storylines. We are signing off until next time.